Good day to all viewers. Hello and welcome to this new tutorial in Java programming. So our next topic here will be about introduction to Java Graphical User Interface. So by definition, Graphical User Interface or GUI is a system of interactive visual components of computer software. So these are the components or elements we can see in a computer software that is interactive with the users. GUI displays objects that basically convey information to the users. It also represents actions like generating a report, displaying a notification that can be taken by the user. So in GUI, the elements or the objects change color, size, or visibility when the user interacts with them. So these are some examples of GUI windows or forms that we can create using Java. So one class in Java is the Java Swing. Okay, Java Swing is part of the Java Foundation classes, which is JFC, that is used to create window-based applications. So basically, it is built on top of an older version of GUI class, which is AWT or out. Okay, AWT stands for Abstract Windowing Toolkit API, and it is entirely written in Java. So since Swing or Java Swing is a class, it has a hierarchy of classes. So first is object, and then the component, container, and in the container we can create windows, and under the window we can create frame of dialog, which is part of the old version of the AWT, and it is superseded with the Swing, which is now called Jframe and JDialog. And in the container, we can create JComponents, which are the GUI elements or the different objects for Swing. So these are the different components. We have the JText, JCombo box, the JLabel, JList, JMenu bar, the JOption pane, JPanel, JScroll bar, JButton or abstract button, and the JText field text is we do have the JText field and JText area. So when we say container class under Java Swing class, these are classes that can have other components on it. So for creating a Java GUI, we basically need to have one container object. So these are the three types of Java Swing containers. First, we can contain the objects into what we call as panel or JPanel in Swing. It is a pure container and it's not a window in itself. So basically, its sole purpose of a panel is to organize the components onto a window. So that means panel is still a container, but it cannot run or execute itself. So it needs to be added into an executable window. Next will be frame or JFrame in Swing. It is a fully functioning window with its title and icons. Next will be the dialog or JDialog. It can be thought of like a pop-up window that pops out when there is a message and has to be displayed. It's not a fully functioning window just like JFrame, but it can be called and instantiated as a Java Swing element or object, and if you will call it, there will be a window, a pop-up window that will be displayed. So these are the sample Swing GUI forms or GUI forms that can be created using Java programming, using the Swing class. So right now, we'll proceed to our exercise on creating a simple form using Java Swing. Okay, so we'll go to NetBeans. So you need to open NetBeans. All right. So upon opening NetBeans, so we'll be creating a Java application. Let's call it a sample GUI 2, since I already created one for practice also. All right. So this is the main form, okay, or the main class of our Java application. So let's just delete the comments. Okay. So the main form is just to call the fully functioning window that we'll be creating later. So we'll not yet create or put codes on our main class. It will be later after the creation of our fully functioning window. Since one of the components of the container is a Jframe, so we'll be creating a class that extends Jframe. So we will create a new file under the project we created, which is sample GUI 2, and then we go to the categories, which is Swing GUI forms and then Jframe. Okay, so as you notice, these are the different file types for GUI forms of the Swing. So for now, we'll be using Jframe 4. Next, we'll call this as sample form 1. Sample form 1 under the project sample GUI 2 and the package sample GUI 2. Okay, click finish, and you will be given a palette of our container. So this is our container. As you notice, it's just a simple form without any elements. So it's a Jframe. So this is our form. It's like a canvas to put paintings on it. So instead of colors, we'll be putting, or oils, we'll be inserting GUI elements. Okay. All right. So this is let's discuss first the environment. So this is our the workspace. Okay, for our Jframe. This is our Jframe. It's an empty Jframe. And this is our palette. We do have the swing containers, the swing controls, okay, and the swing menus. So this is the container. You can click source. This is the source code of the form. Okay. Do have also a main class, and then this is the design view of the Jframe. So let's each elements of the Java, including the Jframe, do have properties. So if we will click the Jframe, any parts of the Jframe, in this part here we do have the properties. Okay. So you can explore on the properties. What's important, the Jframe properties, default close operation is exit on close. You can explore on its background later on, and then the cursor, the bounds. When we say background, that is the color of the background. You can explore, okay, on changing the font, the background, etc. Okay. Maximum size. Although you can just resize the Jframe, just click and dragging the edges of our Jframe. Okay. So again, every element of the Java Swing has properties, and it can be seen in this window. Okay. So what we're going to do is just to put buttons. Okay. Let's include a button. So you simple button, J button, Javax.swing.J button, which is a push button. You just need to click and drag the swing control J button towards our Jframe. Okay, so let's resize our Jframe. Okay. Let's put the button there. Alright. Okay. You can actually rename the button. Just click. The label, the name of the button is J button 1 with smaller J, small letter J. And you just click the J button 1 and go to the properties. Make sure it's selected the J button 1. Okay, you can find the different properties. You can change the background, the font, the foreground, and the text can be changed also. Let's say, let's make it submit. Okay, just don't change. You can actually change the other properties here, like the name of the button is always J button 1. You can change that later on. Okay, if you want to change the background color, you can just select here different colors. Okay, just click. Just you can explore here different color palette. Okay, right. And then okay, I think that's it. Right. Okay, so let's try to run our sample form. Okay, just click the run button. Okay, so it have not run because the sample form have not yet instantiated in our main class. Okay, so how to do that? We'll go back to our main class here, our sample GUI2.java. Okay, we will instantiate our created class, which is sample form 1. So sample form 1, let's say form 1 is equal to new sample form 1. And then we will make sure that we will show the form. Okay, form 1.show. Okay, so let's try to run the form. Hopefully it will run this time. This is our form. There, so nag-run siya, no? And then you for now there are no actions to be taken or to be triggered when you click the submit button, because we have not yet put codes on it. Okay, so we'll now put codes. Let's put a title of our frame here. So I will just close the window. Okay. Okay. So I will put a name of our title here of the Jframe. The title will be sample form. Okay. Now we will be creating a we will create codes, right? Codes for our submit button. Okay, how to do that? We'll just need to double click this. Okay, automatically it will create a method for private void JButton1 action performed. That means this is the method that will be called if the button will be pressed. Okay, so whatever the codes written here will be executed. So that will be the action performed of our JButton1. Okay. Alright, so let's just check. So we need to import javax.swing that j option pane. Okay, because we'll be including a dialog box when we press the button. Okay, where was that? Okay, where is the action performed? So again, when you want to put a code in our button, you just click submit. Okay, submit. Yan. Okay. So just click the button, double click, and it will automatically redirect you to the codes or source code, and specifically to the GUI element where you have double click, which is the J button one. Okay. So what we're going to do is we just want to to display a dialog message dialog box using J option pane. Just display a text you have successfully submitted. Okay, J option pane that show message. What's that? Am I correct? So message dialog. Okay, I think this is null, and then this is our string. Let's say successfully submitted. And then I forgot which was it, the title or the. So I'll just okay. Okay, I'll just check later. Okay, so now successfully submitted. So let's try to run. Just click submit. As you notice, we do have now our title of the form. Click submit, and we do have here our message successfully submitted. Okay. So let's go back to the design and let's try to put a text box or text field rather. So let's click text field here and let's put it here and let's resize and let's change the properties of the text field. So the text default text should be empty string, and then you can change the font, the background, but I'll not be changing it. And let's put also label. J label is it's a label where you can put text as a label. Okay, so I will change the name of the label, the text of the label. Let's say enter your name. You can also change the font, the foreground and background, but I'll let you explore on it. Okay. I'll submit here. Alright. Okay. So, what I want is when I click submit, whatever text that will be entered here in our text field will be included in our in our message dialog box. So how to do that? You just need to go back to the code, double click the J button one, okay, and we will be getting the value entered in J text field 1. Okay, remember what is the name of our text field? You can click the J text field and just see what is the name written there. That is the name of the text field. So J text field 1. Okay, so string will be let's say name is equal to J text field 1 dot get text. All right, and then you can just click add a code string message is equal to hi, then the name, and then we'll just add this. I don't know if that would work. Okay. Then, okay. What is happening? All right. Okay, and I'll write message here. So to get the text written in the JText field 1, you just write JText field 1 that calling the method get text. Okay. Okay, that means it will get or store temporarily the text on the object, and it will save it to our string variable here, name. And then I just created a string message variable to just concatenate all of the text and put the message variable in our show message dialog. So let's try to run. Okay, let's try to run it. Yeah. So I will write my name, Mark Van, and click submit. Ayan. Hi, Mark Van, successfully submitted. Yay, congratulations. Alright. So let's say, for example, you want to clear or erase or remove the text. Okay. You can just simply remove it, but that is a tedious process, no? If there might be some multiple text fields there, that is a tedious process. When you will just one by one remove the text. So why not create a different method? So what we're going to do that is we'll be putting another button here. So let's call it as clear. And let's change the background. Greenish background. Ayan. So we want to clear every time I will put a text here. Of course, if I will click submit, it will display a message dialog box. But if I will click clear, the text field must be cleared. Okay, that means there must be no other text on it. Okay, how to do that? You just need to call another action performed method by putting code. So you double click the clear button, and then it will automatically create a code here. So what we're going to do is to set the JText field 2, which is the clear button, that set text equals to an empty string. Okay. There was no JText field 2. Okay, I will. Sorry. Wala pa lang JText field. It's JText field 1. Okay, rather. Okay. So JText field 1, that's set text. Okay. So that's it. Okay, that's the only code if you want to clear the text on our JText field 1. Okay, so let's try to run the code. Okay, I will enter my name, Mark Van, and then I will click submit, of course, and then if I will clear, the text is removed or cleared. And then let's say Sheila. Okay. Hi Sheila, successfully submitted. Okay. So that's the basics of a simple form. Okay, in Java GUI and how you put codes on it. Okay, so let's try to put more more elements here. So let's put another label. Okay, another text field. Let's say okay, another label. And another, where was that? Text field. Okay, so let's say we want to compute the weekly salary of, or let's say the payroll or the salary of the employee. Okay, and then we just need to get his or her daily rate and then the number of days worked. So we'll change JLabel2 into JLabel2 will be daily rate, and then JLabel3 will be number of days worked. And then will JText field 2 must have an empty string as text, and JText field 3 must have J empty string also. Okay. Okay, we'll just need to edit the here the submit button. Okay, we'll just edit the submit button. We will need to get the values of the entered in daily rate and numbers of days worked. Since daily rate must be an integer and number of days work is also integer, we need to convert it into integer, because JText field get text, it will only return a string data type. Okay, what we need to do is we'll just variable int, let's see, int daily rate or int rate, and then int JText field true that get text. As you notice, it will issue an error because the get text, as I've said, will return a string data type, and we need to convert it into integer because rate is integer. So how to do that? We'll just call the wrapper class integer that parse int, then enclose the JText field to that get text into the parse int. Okay, so that is converted, hopefully. And then the number of days worked, I'll just write days equals to integer that parse int, and then here will be JText field 3 that get text. And then we'll just we need to compute the salary. So int salary is equals to rate times days. So that's it. That's his or her salary. So we'll put it in our text here. Hi. Your daily rate is, so that his daily rate is basically, ano nga yun? His daily rate is the rate variable and /n. Your days work is your number of days work. Days work is basically this variable, and then dot slash n. Your computed salary is the salary variable. I'll just put plus n salary plus slash n successfully submitted. Okay, so that's the message basically based on our entered from the JTEX field 2 and 3 and computed rate, days, and salary. Okay, hopefully. And then let's run the code. So we do have here mark, line, and then let's say our daily rate is 500 and day's work is 10. So the salary must be 5,000. Okay, hi Markban, your daily rate is 500, your number of days is 10, your computed salary is 5,000. Yay! Successfully submitted. Okay, if I will click clear, it will only clear JTEX field 1. So I want to clear also daily rate and number of days work. How to do that? You'll just need to change the code or add the code here with the JTEX field 2 that set text and set it into an empty string, and JTEX field 3 to another empty string. Okay, if I will run, okay, 5, 6, clear. Okay, you can actually put in aside with the um, with the what do you call this aside with the text. With the message dialog box, you can put it here in our form, in our frame, the result. Okay, so you just need to put another let's try label. Okay, let's try label here. Let's put another label, result, and then let's use text area. Let's try text area. And then if I will click submit, it will put the result in the text area. Let's just change the text area's properties into uneditable. Let's try enable, true. Okay. I think it cannot be. Ayan, editable. Let's just make it false. The editable. That means you cannot edit on the text area because that will be the area that will be that we will put the result also. So we'll just edit the code in the submit. We already have computed it in our here in our code. So we'll just put another JTEX area that set text. Okay, so JTEX area 1 that set text. Yeah. So we'll just, since we already have created a code here for the message to put the message, we'll just use the message and set it in our JTEX area 1. So let's try if it works. Okay, mark then, and then my daily rate is 490, that 89 is the sample, and then 15 days. Submit. Alright, there is an error. So, number format exception for inputs. Okay, sorry. Because we only use int here, so there might be times that the rate will have a decimal value, so let's just use double, and the salary also in double. Okay. So let's try mark 1, and then 490.89, and then 15. Click submit. Okay, there is another error here. Let's just, the error is for input. Okay, I already changed it. Okay, I already changed it. I don't know why. It's already in double. The rate is already in double. Okay, sorry. It should be double that parse double. Okay. Because the rate, that data type is double. Okay. I'll run the program again. Then daily rate 490, that 89, base work 50. I hope it works. Yes, yeah. 490, but when the number of days work is 15, your computed salary is 7,000. Successfully submitted. If I will click OK here, it must also display in our text area. And ayan, nag-display siya sa text area. And if I will click clear, nag-clear yung yung text fields natin, but the text area have not been cleared. So we'll just edit the parts in here for our JText area 1. Not set text, we'll set it into an empty string. Okay, let's run again. Mark then 607 and submit. Okay, and clear. It's all clear. All right, so that ends our discussion for Java Swing GUI and to create a simple form using NetBeans. So thank you for listening. See you on the next video. Bye.